Welcome back, everyone. Movement Catalyst Hang Challenge with your fave, Coach Chris. And we are on to exercise number 4. Listen up. If you haven't done the full hang test, I need you to go ahead and do that before we retest, because you're only going to get better from here on out. And we need to know where you're at now, right? We need tangible data so that we can measure to our previous score. That way we know if this stuff actually works. And hopefully I'm not just talking out of my ass here. So today we're gonna do a single arm hang, and very similar to what we did with just a double arm hang is go step by step. So number 1, we're gonna take a single arm and we're gonna keep our feet on the floor. So this is gonna be our assisted single arm hang. And what I want you to do here is, just like the first time, a quick body scan. Again, closing the eyes helps you focus a little bit more. You're gonna notice that it's a little bit more intense through the pec, through the side body. You're also gonna notice the opposite shoulder drop heavily. And this is just something we gotta get used to. It's not very common that we walk around with our hand up in the air or even hang on one arm. So this is something that you want to build resilience to. You want to just be able to hang out here, no pun intended, but like get comfortable with this position. So if you notice, another thing I can do here is introduce the shoulder to some different ranges of motion. So maybe using my feet to force my shoulder into a little bit more external rotation. That's my good side, by the way. And then maybe I can go in the opposite direction, all right? And I can turn and see how much internal rotation I have in the shoulder. Maybe here your elbow wants to bend, maybe your shoulder doesn't want to allow you to go that far, and all of that is okay. So, oof, that was tough. Single arm assisted hang, very good place to start, especially if you notice like, wow, I can't even hang for a second with a single arm. So that's gonna be step number 1. Step number 2 is going to be an active hang, single arm hang. So now we want to be able to keep that shoulder down and back. All right, so I'm gonna show you, again, we're rehabbing the shoulder, so let's see how this goes. But again, what you wanna try to do here is, how far away can I pull my ear away from my shoulder without bending the arm? So you can do that with your feet down on the floor, assisted. You can also do that by holding on to something. I don't do a really good job on this shoulder with that active hang, so let's see here. Even though I'm fatigued, good, I can keep it. Or I can also find maybe a band, maybe a rope, maybe something else that hangs to the side, and I can keep that nice active hang. And there you go, I might swing a little bit, that's okay. So again, the whole point of the active hang is, can we keep that shoulder nice and packed down? There's a ton of engagement from the lat, the serratus, all the stuff surrounding the shoulders that's going to allow us to work that shoulder depression and retracted position. So we got a few steps so far, but then the real test is going to be, can you just hang on one arm? So we're gonna give it our best attempt here. And what you're gonna notice is that naturally your body's gonna wanna go into the position of least resistance. In this case, it's gonna be internal rotation. So you're gonna naturally have this swing away from the shoulder. And if you want to maintain the posture facing in that same direction, well, then that's gonna take a little bit of engagement from the abs, the obliques, the midline, the lat, everything that's going to allow us to stay in that active hang position. So again, all we're gonna do here is, hey, A, can you hang on one arm? B, how long can you hang on one arm? C, what progression are we at with the one arm hang that's going to allow us to eventually get to the full one arm hang? And then don't laugh here. We're just gonna see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Time goes a little bit slower when you're working hard like this. But again, there you see that natural inclination to want to go away from the shoulder. So I maybe got 10, 15 seconds here. Not quite sure there, but all we want to do is start introducing this pattern. For someone like me who has this injured shoulder, if you're dealing with a shoulder injury, hey, what does this feel like, right? I can feel this nice stretch. I can move around here. I can use the assistance of the foot. Maybe I could play with these micro movements of getting some engagement. And for me, it's mainly towards that like top end range where there's a lot of engagement from the subscap and the lat, which is what I injured, where I start to, you got to play a little bit more carefully because you've heard the quote, F around and find out. So be nice. Again, be intentional about this. Spend time in each one of these and spend more time on the arm or the hand that you see isn't as strong. So single arm hangs, you're gonna love these, I promise. Just find a bar, find somewhere to hang, go outside, bring a friend, and if you know someone that could totally use this, make sure you share it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tomorrow we're gonna have a guest. So stick around, looking forward to working with you all. Make sure you drop a comment on how it's going so far, any questions you might have, and where you wanna see this going next. Peace.